No, this director.
Vision for the future.
Yeah, close your eyes.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
I'm reading, bro. Shut up.
Go, read it.
Alright. What the fuck? Shh. Vision for the future.
I'm at this point in my life where I have chosen to simplify down everything and just focus on one thing and one idea. And that is terrifying and exciting and thrilling. And I'm pursuing this business, this idea, Creator Camp, with some of my closest friends, with such smart and talented people. You know, we're young, we're in our 20s, all living in a house together, and that makes me want to share and document, because now I have a story to tell, a story to share, and it means things are going to start ramping up.
Born over fault bad teeth and worse habits, high heels and trailer. If you want it, you should have it. Cracking like a glaze.
I called him. He said he's down to come out.
Okay. I'm currently editing this video, and I think it would be helpful to have some context on what I've been up to for the past year. And I'm gonna play a video in a moment that our team made at Creator Camp that will just gives all the context, and it's a really good video. So I'm excited to play that in 1 second, and then the rest of the video, I'm cutting through it right now, and it feels like it's a little bit all over the place, and I'm talking a lot about what I'm probably going to be working on for the next 10 years, what I'm really excited about, and I think it's cool and fun, and I don't really want to cut it all down for retention or to have it be this punchy video that will probably get more views. It doesn't feel good editing it down and cutting it down, if I'm being completely honest. So yeah, let's cue the video. Let's start there, one thing at a time. All right. Shout out Keone who made this.
They'll tell you film isn't for you.
You don't have to go to school. You don't have to know a lens, a 40 and a 50 and a fuck all that shit. If you truly love cinema with all your heart, you can't help but make a good movie.
Film is for the ones who went to the right schools, learned the right techniques, who speak the language of red carpets and velvet ropes. The industry wasn't built with people like you in mind. But the truth is, the next great stories aren't only coming from the gates of Hollywood, but from the corners of the internet where creativity is thriving. From the artists who aren't asking for permission from anyone, creating and publishing their work online, learning by doing, experimenting, breaking rules and boundaries over and over again. The internet is full of incredible stories, but there's still no clear path to bringing them to the big screen. Over the past 2 years, our team has gone from creating our own films to bringing together the top internet storytellers from across the world. From the countryside of France to the Swiss Alps, it was the story of a scrappy group of 20-year-olds pulling off the impossible again and again. And that's led us here. Welcome to the Camp Film Festival, a 2-day celebration of independent filmmaking, where we'll be premiering 13 films by directors who began their careers online. Films from those who learned how to write, shoot, edit, from doing it themselves, and amassed wide audiences from the stories they told. Held at the iconic Paramount Theater, we're bringing 1,200 people to Austin to build a new stage for the future of storytelling. The future of cinema isn't coming from the boardrooms of Hollywood. It's being created in the bedrooms, backyards, and online spaces where creativity has no limits, where permission doesn't need to be granted, where budgets can be stretched far beyond imagination, and where creativity and bold new ideas can thrive.
Oh my god.
And we'll be back at the house at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy how this worked out. Max and I spoke to the team at Subgenre and the team at Patreon to talk about distribution. So they're gonna have all this info, and this is what happens. But also bless Christina for giving me access to all their assets. Whoever is on the branding team has already killed it. Crazy. I just really took that and then ran with it.
Oh my gosh,
This looks crazy.
Cynthia, you cooked. I can already tell by just looking at the
Wow.
Okay. So we'll see you very soon.
See you very soon.
Awesome. Thank you, Cynthia.
See you, Cynthia.
You're welcome.
Talk soon.
Chat soon. Bye.
Bye.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, she's so hyped.
Jesus Christ.
That is
Jesus
insane.
Christ. I got
It
like,
looks so good.
I got like 2 years of emotional runway from that, man.
It looks so good.
We got it, boys.
Fucking go, bro! Let's go! We're doing it, bro! We're doing it! We're doing it!
What? Okay, we just got to see the first look, or got a first. We got a first look at our slate, which is a fancy word for just like the projects that we funded, that the creators made. And what it makes me think about is, you know, if these were to just go down film festival route, whatever, you got to play that game. Maybe they're too long for film festivals, and like maybe they get funded, or it would take a couple years to get funded. Even if they did get funded or greenlit, they might not get distributed, or it's very unlikely that they get distributed. And even if they do, it's probably not theatrical, it's just on a streaming platform. And it's like all of that just, it's cool, but like, okay, what if we shorten the timeline? What if we don't go down that path, and like through this gatekeepy path that is an old institution? I don't know. I don't want to trash film fests, but I think a lot of what the film world hasn't had is distribution, and that's why you go, yes, for funding, but then also getting it seen by people. Most short films don't get seen. Most independent films don't really get seen. Our largest strength is that we actually have the distribution first. Like, we have millions of people watching what these creators are making. And to put it simply, it's this. Bringing the internet to the big screen, that's what we're missing as a society. Like, we don't come together around things, and it is this like desire for shared experiences that we've like had forever, you know, like cavemen were telling stories around fires. Throughout time, no matter like how good or bad things were, we could still collect together and watch entertainment. Like, that's something that doesn't go away. Like, we love stories. We're humans. We're fascinated by them. We're fascinated by each other. And right now, we do that in a very fragmented way. And I'm not here with like a solution to change the world or to say that this is going to fix everything, but I do think when you look at like movie theaters, okay? Right now, there's an 11% occupancy rate in movie theaters around the US. It's 40,000 screens, and like 89% of them are just empty and open. On the other hand, we have, whatever, it's like the average 7 or 8 hours a day of content that people are consuming alone, by themselves, on their phones. And like, what's being put in the movies, quite frankly, is not that exciting. It doesn't feel connected to culture. It's franchises. It's done for P&Ls, the publicly traded studios that are part of big corps. Like, it's not what it was. And it's not to say that we have to bring it back to what it used to be, but it's time for like the next thing. And my whole life, not whole life, that's dramatic. Like, what I've done for the past 5-6 years is try to put stuff out on the internet that is different and perhaps like, I don't know, it's probably pretentious to say, but like more meaningful, more story-based. And I think when I look at the internet, it's filled with media. Most of it is like information, which is quick, easy to access, instantaneous. But I think what we're having now is this new generation of people who are using it as a tool to express themselves. And what I'm focusing in on is the video side of that, right? Like, we can make films now. That was not possible 50 years ago. We can do it with our phones, with cameras, with new tools and tech that is just getting better and better and better, and the capabilities are just like endless, honestly. Like, they're endless. And it's just going to continue to be that way. But there's no place or home for art on the internet. You know, like, it just becomes
commoditized, like every other piece of media on the internet gets lost, forgotten, just lost in the scroll. And it's not treated differently, and I think it should be. Or at least deserves the opportunity to be. And not to be all like, algorithms are the problem. Like, I don't think they're the problem. In many ways, they've helped us discover incredible stories, and they give more voices, and it democratizes it, and it's permissionless, and it's fantastic. It's less about changing that and saying like, oh, algorithms are the problem, but more like adding another layer on top of that. And I think we have this, again, like innate desire to have shared experiences. That's why we still go to concerts. That's why we go to live events, sports matches. Like you can never evolve that or like techify that. Do you know what I mean? Like you can make AI as good as you want. You can make tech as good as you want, but you can't replicate that or compete with that or make that better. It's like the most human thing, you know? Like even watching the last episode of Severance at home, I'm like, I would have paid to go have that experience, to watch it with people, to have that collective shared transformation. It's just like fun, you know? It's related to the problem that I feel like I have been caring about and thinking about for the past couple of years. And you have this whole new wave, this YouTube new wave of creators putting out things that are great, and that deserve to be in theaters and that are good enough, you know? It's like worthy of an experience, because it's not just media, right? Like you wouldn't go watch like a YouTube how-to in theaters, you know, like how to undo my dishwasher or whatever. Like you wouldn't watch anything. But now what independent people can produce that has millions of engaged people that care, that watch, that's good enough, you know, to be in the theaters. I don't like the framing good enough, but like it's worthy of an experience, or it is worthy and like deserving of the opportunity to be experienced that way if people, you know, want that. And I want that. And I think other people do too. And now it's just about bringing that to life and like making that happen. And so that's what I spend my time on now. I'm leading this business as the CEO, and it is time to go into this next phase of what we're doing. We've done events, we'll continue to do events, but we've found ourselves surrounded by the most talented storytellers of our time, putting things out on the internet. And like, what is that next step? And I think it takes us building our own path, our own, you know, before we're like, we should build a bridge to Hollywood, you know, like that's how we get people into to the big screens, you know, we get people seen and acknowledged by this industry. But now I think we don't need to build a bridge. We have to build our own highway. And I feel like I'm not even explaining this perfectly, and that terrifies me, because I'm like, are people going to get it? And it's not going to be explained perfectly. I'm just riffing, but I'm excited about this, and like reimagining what it means to be that next A24, or the brands that brings back, you know, the movie-going experience. Like, how do we bring this next generation of folks to the movies? Hollywood is not the center of culture anymore. The internet is the center of culture. And I think if we can put the internet, which is the zeitgeist, the center of culture, into theaters, it feels exciting again. Like, I want to watch a Yes Theory documentary in theaters. I want to watch a Natalie Lynn film in theaters, a Gox film in theaters. And I think we can do it our own way. I don't think we need permission to do it now. We have distribution, we have, you know, millions of people out there that care. And now it's just, how do we build this thing that I believe should exist? Out of breath when I talk, and I don't realize I'm speaking faster. And nowadays I'm on more calls for work, and like I just like get in this like trance and loop, and I'm like, oh shit, I am like that guy who is just
yapping, you know, and just like going on, not realizing, running out of breath. So I gotta chill. But I get excited and I want to just like, yeah, this is, I guess, like the nerdier side of what we're trying to do, or what gets me excited is just putting things alone on the internet is not enough. It's cool, but I think the IP and engagement is worth so much more. And I think because it is worthy of an experience, you know, you can, if someone pays $10 to watch it in a theater, to make that same amount, you need like, you know, I don't know, thousands of views, sometimes even more, to make that same, you know, like dollar amount. But there's no way to value that media more unless you give it another like form of distribution that would allow for higher value capture, if that makes sense. You know, like if you just put it on the platform, it is reduced to that platform in some ways, and it's like the Marshall McLuhan, like the medium is the message, you know, like in some ways, because it is on the internet, it is an internet piece of media and it is valued less, and it's like we don't treat it the same. We don't treat media that we see on our phones like the same we do with movies, you know, like maybe I'll watch it later, or like it's there, it's around, it's like fleeting, and because it is permanent and it's there forever, we don't treat it with the same significance. It's like my camera roll, I have 40,000 photos. How often do I look back at them versus like these two Polaroids I have on my desk over here? I very intentional is all, you know, that process. I keep them there, I look at them, and it's not to get all like analog-y woohoo of like we need to value the arts more, the media more. It's like, yeah, but screaming and asking people to do that and begging them is not the way to do it. You know, I think it is about giving the right pieces of media and art the platform they deserve to be. Yeah.
Want to get a shot of the...
Oh, you caught me filming. You caught me filming. So it's about giving the art and the media the right place to be valued higher.
Valued higher, bro.
I have it here.
I just need like a...
I'm getting nerdy about the economic system.
That's good, bro.
The exciting part.
That's good.
Where I was like watching the whole film slate. I'm like,
dude, that shit was so hype.
It's like no one's gonna fund all of those and then put them in the theatrical, like the, you know, like no one's gonna take those to theaters.
Yeah.
And like they should be put in theaters.
Because they're so good, bro.
They're good, you know, and like it's this point of time where now people can tell stories that are good enough to be watched in a theater that didn't exist, you know, like 20 years ago. And with like AI and all that, it's just like it's happening. 89% of theaters are sitting there waiting. They're just waiting.
It makes so much sense.
They're just waiting.
It's capturing the extra value.
Yeah, so. Oh, it's hype. So yeah, that's what we're up to. Bringing the internet to the big screen. Yeah, it's over. It's over. We're doing it. We're doing it.
The coolest startup in the world!
Come on. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, it feels good. It feels like we've found a new avenue. Yeah, just like it feels exciting. That, you know, what these creators are making, what these filmmakers are making, these storytellers, whatever you want to call them. It's not to say that they can't be posted on the internet. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think there is something to be said about where something is experienced and how it's experienced. I don't know. There's got to be some like science. I know there is. I swear like I read something about, it's like there's some like neural priming or something about like how you experience something, that it's like the first impression that really shapes your experience of that media. You know, like watching it on your phone in the living room when there's people talking, yelling, versus in the theater, it can change the way you experience it. And I think it like deserves the ability to be experienced in a way that is more significant, you know? And, you know, maybe we post it on the internet afterwards for everyone to watch. But but it's more about it got that opportunity, and then people treat it differently. I think afterwards they talk about it. It becomes more ingrained in culture. I think the stories that people are telling make you feel something. They make you think about your own life. They make you reflect, and like that is what, that sounds so pretentious, but like that's what art does. Stories are for. That's how we understand the human experience. Like it's this very innate thing. Wow, I'm sounding so like art. I don't want to be pretentious and stuff, but you know what I mean. It's like you can watch infinite content on your phone, reels, and all this like brain rot, and like it feels empty, it feels meaningless, and like, yeah, again, I don't want to be all like preachy weird, but like we're growing up in a weird time, and it's always been weird, but now it's weird in a different way. And I think maybe not even that, it's always been weird to grow up, but I think now we don't have, like, it's harder to reflect, it's harder to understand what's going on, it's harder to make sense of what's going on. I think we like definitely do feel more isolated, more alone, and it's not even our generation. I feel like a lot of people do, like regardless, we're all affected of your age, we're all affected by the internet, and it creates this sense, yeah, like it like, does anyone else feel like this? Does anyone else, like, we kind of like lose our humanity. I don't know how to articulate it, but like I feel like there are fewer points and moments in our lives in which we are feeling understood and seen by other humans and people. And if anything, it feels like we're more divided, and media makes us feel more divided than similar. And I think art and stories are like what make us all feel human, and we like stop thinking about the binaries that, you know, disconnect us. And like we need more of those stories out there, like art and shit. And it's not going to save the world, but it like, it means a lot. You know, like I'm sure you watching this, I'm sure you've watched movies and like watched albums, or, you know, not watched, listened to albums. Like art, it sounds so pretentious, but it does, it like can significantly change your life and how you feel. And I think if there is a world in which we can put more stories out there and give it the platform they deserve to be experienced in a way that is more significant, that can impact people, like that should exist. That's what we're trying to do at Creator Camp. That is our next mission, phase, goal. You know, like we've tried to support this next generation of storytellers. We've brought them together. We've done events. Now we've launched Camp Studios, funding projects and helping distribute them. We're doing this film festival at the end of April in Austin, Texas, April 26th and 27th. You should come out. It's going to be a blast. This is like our version of Sundance for the internet. It's going to be history. I promise. It will not disappoint. It will be an experience. It will be, there will be energy, and you will meet fascinating, awesome people there. And I just cannot wait. I don't think people know what's in store. Seeing the cuts of the films, it's just, it's crazy. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Wow, I'm just going off right now on a whole thing, and I love it, and it's gonna be long, and I just don't care. I'm having fun. It feels good. I should probably eat lunch, make some salmon or something. Yeah, creating the next generation of moviegoers, something like that, where I'm trying to figure out the copy, or like the tagline, you know, bringing back the movie experience, bringing back the movie experience for this generation, bringing back, reimagining the theatrical experience.
Bring back the theater experience for a new generation.
Is that what it says? The title?
Yeah.
Okay.
We could just. There are hundreds of thousands of empty theater seats all across the country right now. At the same time, there are millions of hours of content being consumed alone. There's a window of opportunity to shift culture and become the brand that connects this generation. By reimagining what we put in cinemas and taking the most powerful stories on the internet and bringing
That's so close.
bring them to the big screen, we can bring back the magic going on. The future of entertainment. Okay, hold on.
It's just the word bring. Just bring.
that we had.
Wait,
I was starting to get hyped.
This first line is good.
Yeah.
It's starting to get
I was starting to get hyped.
And this is
This one brings some to the big screen.
Observations of a tired